Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. Welcome back to the stream. I think it's part 23, I want to say. Um, last time we, hello. Last time we worked on getting the searching going. And from here, I think it's a good time to start on some of the exercise stuff. So I thought it might be fun to work on something like run and walk tracking. And also, my apologies for the extra noise. Um, I just got a new 3D printer and it's auto leveling itself in the background, and it's a little bit loud, so I don't know if you can hear it, but hopefully, once the real music kicks in, it won't be too bad. Yeah, it should be done in about like 4 minutes, and then it will, we won't hear it anymore. At least that's my hope. So, okay. So let's clear all of this stuff. And we'll start the app. And let me just proc my analyzer real quick. There we go. This 3D printer is really fun. It makes like a wacky noise. Kind of sounds like something from Half-Life. I think it's near the end. Anyway, so I think we now need a way to navigate between the health pages, so the nutrition pages, and the exercise pages. So I figure we'll build a quick little nav bar. So what screen are we actually on? We're on the home screen. And I suppose so this is, we're gonna have different sub-screens in the home screen, so we're gonna need sort of a like home controller. Okay, it looks like the 3D printer is finished. Oh, not quite, but so we'll do home view. Um, did I spell exercise wrong? Whoops. And we'll add the current view. Let's actually, we'll make, I'm not live on YouTube? Oh, it's still unlisted. There we go. I was streaming, just nobody could watch it. Okay. So let's actually call this summary instead, because I think that's more appropriate. This is more like the summary view. Okay, and then we'll do views, drag this in here, drag this in here, and then we'll make summary. Then we'll pull this out, put it in a stateful widget, and it will be the home summary view. Yeah, we don't need it to be private. Okay, and we'll drag in all this stuff. Okay, and in the home controller, we'll want static widget get current view widget. This is current view. This can be a placeholder for now. And this is the, what do we just call it? The home summary? Home summary view? And we can just throw that in there. And it's like nothing ever happened. Okay. And we could now make a column. And now we need to make our nav bar. Perfect. Okay. I think it'll end up being a little bit more complicated than this. I think it's navigation. It's navigation bar, and then what does the navigation bar go to? I forget. Navigation view? It's been a while since I worked with real navigation bars here. Oh, it's tab view, isn't it? Tab bar view. Yeah. And I guess, oops, I got rid of this. This can just be a map. Home controller, view map values to lists. Doesn't have to be growable. And we'll need a tab controller. You could just do that? Um, I don't, this works. So normally for VSync, to add a VSync, you need to take a widget and then add a single ticker mixin, single ticker provider mixin, or any sort of ticker provider, I suppose. I didn't think this counted as one of them, and certainly one that lets you just use it like that. But okay, uh, give that a shot. Yeah, it doesn't like that. I didn't think it would. So we'll do this. And in the init state, we'll go ahead and make that home tab controller. With single ticker provider mixin, and then the app crashed, so that's cool. Happens. But I think we won't see that error anymore. Yeah, much better. Okay. All right, and I saw this thing called bottom navigation bar in the autocomplete. I'm not sure what that is. Ooh. Seems we can do a navigation bar, put it in a scaffold. So let's give that a try. Bottom navigation bar. Navigation bar. Destinations. Oops. And we'll take the home controller. And take the keys. This isn't quite what I had in mind. But we'll give it a shot. Why are there like two of these? Oh. Hmm. Why don't I have to hit navigate? Or animate too? That's kind of strange. Alright, well, anyway. Follow this new view. And this should go in the home controller as a static future void. We'll do switch view. And then view map dot keys. Eh, it's not my favorite way to grab this index, but it is perfectly functional. And I guess this doesn't actually have to be a feature. Thought it would have had to. Okay. For this, we'll want to get the current index this way. Okay, and we will want to title case this. And let's also do something where it's get view icon. And I think that's probably good enough. Okay. And we'll want the background color to be, I suppose, our normal background. And the label text color. Oh, this needs to be wrapped in a widget state property. Widget state property all. We'll do base text. And sizing, get font size. Do 1.1. And maybe we'll bold it. Actually, the 500 look pretty good. Sort of like a midway. Okay. And then the indicator color. This definitely needs to be bigger. Maybe we'll also change the shape. Leaning towards 5. And if that's the active one, we'll make it black. This doesn't need to be growable. I'm not 1000% sure still how this thing was able to change the tab bar, but that's all right. And let's add in like a bottom divider here, so I think that looks pretty good. Let me test a couple things out. Let's say this takes 5 seconds. Oh, okay, so the animation it's referring to is this thing. That's fine. Okay. Now let's throw all this in the summary folder. And we'll make another one for exercise. Oops. Spelled exercise wrong. Yeah, okay. Embarrassing that I don't know how to spell exercise, but we'll manage. Exercise view. Oh, this should be private. My bad. Okay. Not sure yet what I want this screen to actually look like, so we probably won't spend too much time actually building this out in any sort of meaningful way. For right now, I'm more interested in trying to get like the running tracking working, and we'll do a little bit better later in actually navigating to it. Well, I suppose everything starts in this case with a column. What does this call it? Exercise? Kind of reference to public code in a recent suggestion. Okay. Thanks. I guess we'll just start simple. And just do start run. What? Hi, Alex. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. What? Anyway, man, how you doing? Oh, okay. How long did it take you to, were you like sitting here in chat for a while before you know, could think of something to like shove yourself in with? You know? Anyway, welcome back. Oh, I was wanting to ask you, I was reviewing your streams, an internet show I recorded a minute ago. Yeah, so you mentioned the other day when you popped in, that you optimized your ray tracer to get like I don't know whether you said 100 or 400 FPS. Either way, I recall it being a high number. When I was looking at your other streams, the only one that I saw that was related to optimization was async texture loading for Vulkan. Is that how you did it? Because... Oh, okay, so it was for the entity component system. Gotcha. Okay, because I was thinking the texture streaming, once it's streamed, it shouldn't really impact your FPS. Yeah, it should be, it should just stop hitching, right? Okay, there you go. Gotcha. All right. Gotcha. Cool. Anyway, how you doing? Did you just finish like one of your streams? Usually you stream around this time. I don't know if you were just on a Friday, but... Ooh, okay. Nice. What was the open source ECS library? I think I recalled you mentioning it in one of your streams, like another viewer asked, but what was the open source one? Flex. Yeah, that was it. Flex. Apparently not. Was there a significant difference between how you structure yours versus theirs? Or... Because... Claims to be pretty fast. Oh... I see. Is your array system, is that going to be scalable? Like, eventually when you have... Okay, well, that's cool. Interesting. Cool. Uh, 3,000 sounds a bit arbitrary. Why'd you pick 3,000? Oh, tell me about it. I try not to use packages as much as possible because the flexibility and just being able to change something of your own on the fly is so much nicer. What were we calling this? Run tracking? When I code in JavaScript, which I haven't done in about 3 years now, yes, I'm always sure to, you know what I get? I get the npm is even, isn't that? There we go. You gotta get this package. This one's a good one. It gets about 200,000 weekly downloads. It's important. Let's look at the code here. Oh, that's nice. I just say I'm not odd when they ask. I don't know what I should call it. Run tracker, walk tracker, cardio tracker, outdoor cardio tracker. Let's start there. No, 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 no. That kind of tracking is already done in the other pages. Now we're actually doing the run tracking. We gotta kick Strava off the top of the totem pole. We gotta beat the shit out of Strava. Here we go. What were we gonna call it? The outdoor cardio tracker. Yeah. Okay. And they click on this handy dandy thing. We'll push them over there. Nice. And we'll need one of these. So I guess the top should probably be a map. No, the top we'll say is a timer. Yeah, we'll put a timer up top. Timer. We actually don't need an init state yet. We'll do timer. 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 I don't want that kind of timer. I wanted you to like just... Guess we gotta build a timer. Okay. That's fine. We could do something extremely stupid where we do like a periodic timer and then we just update the count, you know, after it calls back every single second. The only benefit to that is the timer class comes with a stop and cancel thing, which is kind of nice for actually creating the pause buttons. I mean, it's kind of like a disgusting thing, but you know, it's not the worst idea. To a computer, 1 second is a long time, so. So what are we? You know, maybe Duolingo should get some advice from you, in terms of, you know, getting app retention. I really do feel like that would be something that Duolingo would pop up every 6 months. What are we? I need you to commit to me. Is there a... Oh, you. Can I tell it, like, not to start immediately? No, I thought you could. I thought there was a pause button. Alright, then we're actually going to have to make our own timer. Okay. Well, I guess we could still use the timer. It'll just be sort of like if paused, do nothing. Pause, which always starts as true. I don't need this privated. I also don't need this privated. What's auto pause like in what situation? Like when you stop moving? Like, you know, you're waiting to cross the street. Sure. Be happy to. So let's. Does a duration object have a nice way of representing this? Kind of. Okay. Okay, that works for me. Why isn't this centered? The cross alignment says it's centered, so why isn't it? Is it because I don't have full width? That could be. Yep, that was it. Okay. And then we're gonna put a giant expanded thing, which will for now just contain a placeholder. And then we'll add some buttons, which I guess can just be one button. No, it should be two. Two buttons. One to start the clock. Pause is false. Is there a play arrow? Yeah, that's better. It's very tiny. Oh, thank you. Let's go to the Krabby Club. That's what the song is called. I know that didn't make any sense without that explanation. This thing needs to be like huge. Oh, looks, if you're still here, you can make a joke now. Bubble Pop. If you can find a game OST that's K-pop, I'll play it for you. But, you know, I don't want to get copyright claimed on YouTube. Lose all of my 0 ad revenue that I get. It's very important. I do. You can find me at Algamoth on YouTube. How do you survive? I guess all you ever eat is ground beef, so I guess your expenses are pretty minimal. But MB and I were talking, and we don't know how you live. You must have saved like $1 billion when you worked for AWS. Not AWS. Amazon Game Studios. My bad. It's the only explanation. Yeah, I wish. um, so we'll do pause. We'll also do started. This is if not started. If started and not paused. Do a nice pause. Then if started, we just want a stop button. Which for right now we'll simply pause. Actually, let's just invert pause. I think that's better. You know, if only my company would give me insane money. Little jealous. Little jealous. Just a smidge. Okay, let's test this out. And I guess we never actually ended the timer here. All right, not bad. Now, I guess we add in the map. So let's go to Flutter, Google Maps, everyone's favorite map. I figure Google Maps is pretty good. There is like a Flutter Maps thing. It's just kind of ugly, if I recall. I mean, it's usable, but it's pretty ugly. We can do fun things with like Google Maps and stuff. Look, I mean, it's great that, you know, it's free and shit, but yeah, it's ugly. Surprise, surprise, the billion-dollar company did it a little bit better, you know? Don't get uppity with me about it. I didn't do nothing. I actually still needed that. Maps. I never set any of the permissions I needed. Android. Start there. Android. This goes under app source main manifest. Under manifest application, we'll throw in the API metadata. Whoops. We'll say Google Maps API key. And we'll have to do the same for iOS, which goes in runner and app delegate. They changed this. It doesn't look like this anymore. Oh, that's because I'm in the wrong file. Well, I'm looking at the wrong documentation. I know you guys can't see it, but here. Now you can. There. Now you see what I'm looking at. Add our API key. And then same in web. God, this song is giving me a fucking headache. And put this in the head section. Okay. And now we can add a Google map. Nope, I don't want Swift stuff. I will never use Swift. Can't make me. Except I actually will have to use Swift later this year. That's right. Damn it, forgot. Initial camera position. This should be a hybrid map. I don't think you'll really need the compass, but and we can grab Flutter, the location package, which allows us to query for the location from the device. Back in the manifest file, we need to specify the user permissions, I think, but I don't know what file this actually goes in. Is it here? I guess it must be. And we'll also access your location in the background, so if you lock your phone, your run doesn't stop. And we can add this into info.list. I assume as a key. It's not really telling me how to go about this. And this file is like a fucking mess. So I never know what to fucking do with this info.list. ChatGPT. In Flutter, where do I put the in info.list thingy? Hopefully it knows what I'm talking about. There we go. Thank you. I knew it needed to be wrapped in a key. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. To track you. Your outdoor activities. There we go. Thank you, ChatGPT, for making me sound a little bit less menacing. And I assume it's the same kind of deal. It's kind of implying in the documentation you have to add a... No, I guess property list key? Well, whatever. Okay, and now we have to go through the whole annoying rigmarole of actually requesting permission and then grabbing it. Which always kind of sucks. Okay. Theoretically, I can just copy and paste all of this in, and this should work. And we'll return a bool here. And false is we did not get permission. True is we did. Returns true, and permission is granted. Otherwise, it returns false. There we go. And this could be static. Static future. Lat lang. Get current location. Get location permission. Otherwise, I guess we'll throw an error. I guess that works. All right. So now I have to go ahead and add in all of the API keys. Kind of. Well, let's see if it'll yell at me first. It might just do it anyway while it's in test, because it might be nice about it. Because loading API keys on stream always makes me nervous. You never know what Alex is going to do. He'll all of a sudden decide that he wants to, you know, start using JavaScript and will take my API keys. Or maybe he'll integrate Google Maps into his little game for some reason. Oh, failed? I thought you used Visual Studio. Or do you use VS Code for the like JSON stuff? Oh, cool. If I had any reason to edit any of my VODs, doing a little thing might be fun, but literally no reason. Unexpected element, use permission. Okay. This looks like the 3 blue, 1 brown guy. Ever watched him? You'll have to let me know when that video is out so I can watch it. In which Android file should I put that stuff? Ah, it goes outside of application. Oh yeah, really? Cool. Are you stringing it all together with like FmpEg or something? Like at the end of the day? Or are you, like I don't actually know how this exports. If someone can't use ChatGPT... Oh, okay, cool. I do find though lately it has been giving me like the worst code and sometimes just completely ignores shit I say. It's really fucking annoying. I asked it the other day, you know, in Flutter I needed to render out some HTML. to show off like a signature preview for an email. And I said, you know, okay, make the function to generate the HTML so that I can shove it in. So, you know, it'll be one-to-one when it's in the email. And it just said, no, how about we just, you know, do it directly with Flutter widgets? No, that's not what I fucking asked. Really pissed me off. Like, how dare you? Uh, okay, okay. I don't want the zoom controls because they're ugly. Does VS Code, do you need like a this thing probably, no? I assume that you need a extension for this stuff. Cool. Yeah, yeah, of course. So it's a Python package. I work in Python a lot. I'm not stupid, man. It was? It just says you can do it with pip. What was the problem? You just make a virtual environment with Python dash m venv. Then you make it, and then in this case you do Python dash m man. Oh, also make sure that you activate it. Activate .bat probably. If you have the Python plugin in VS Code, usually when you open up that project, as long as the virtual environment is in the project folder, it will pretty much auto-detect it, or at least ask you. But I've been working with Python for so many years that maybe I have it configured to just automatically do that. I don't know. Well, I assume you're not doing your animations in the C++ project. Because that would be pretty dumb. Oh, why would you do that? But why? It's gross. I still don't see it quite as a good doc folder. It's like it's animations. You're gonna play your own fucking animations when you're like, oh, let me reference what I did here. I gotta play a fucking 3-minute video. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do I have to dispose the map controller? Yeah, okay. Current location. Plantimal? I have not. Why do I need fucking diagrams? I remember this shit. My main work project that I'm a solo dev on, as I told you, uses it's fucking like 600,000 lines of code now. I don't need diagrams. I don't have a single diagram. I don't have any documentation. Fuck you. I won't do it. You're crazy. Won't do it. I don't need this foot. I work a desk job. Idiot. Working on the project for like 4 years, it hasn't been a problem. And look, it's good job security. The code changes so often. I redo the documentation all the time. Such a problem. I find it much easier to just sort of pick a standard across the whole, library. So if you understand how one part of it works, no, I know it's not for me, but they're for managers to promote me. I have one manager, he's the head of IT, and I can literally not be promoted. There is nothing above me. I'd be like, they just put me like, my manager would have to become the CTO, which doesn't exist. It's not even a position. And then I would have to become head of IT, which I don't want to be. And then I'm promoted. Uh, Now, eventually I'll probably get a team under me, but oh yeah, well okay, well when companies pay well, then that's different, obviously. I haven't worked for any of those. Not familiar with that. One day. Maybe. Thank you, thank you. Maybe one day. Clip. Okay. And let's get some spacing. It's a little bit painful. There we go. And we're probably gonna need margin around the whole thing, realistically, so. Let's add some horizontal margin. Well, how does that look? Not bad. In that case, we probably don't even need this padding anymore. Okay. I'll probably never work in game development, but I am criminally underpaid, just like a game developer. Although apparently you say you made money, but I guess you wrote I guess you worked on engines, so maybe that's different there than doing something else. Oh, I didn't realize there were any that did that. I guess Amazon is only happy to pay developers. I guess we should probably make something to store. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Something to store all this info. So we'll make exercise that I now know how to spell. Outdoor cardio. Outdoor cardio extends deletable driftweaver. There we go. I guess I can just make this user. There we go. That'll help. Int duration. I guess we can calculate distance. We should do that. I guess we'll want to have a running total of distance. And we'll do a list of lat lang for your path. Although I guess really it's kind of gonna be more like a tuple. Your mom's a thruple, Alex. this will probably work better when it comes time to actually create the JSON to send it to the server. Although I have realistically no idea what this will look like on the Rust end. Like, can Serde unpack that? I don't know. Alright, well. Let's get rid of these. And my god, VS Code, come on. We'll do outdoor cardio. Outdoor cardio. And we can do outdoor cardio duration +1. We'll put that in the set state shit because we're actually going to be doing some other stuff with it. Outdoor cardio. You know what? Let's do it this way. Seconds. Seconds, and then we'll actually add duration as a getter. There we go. User has not been initialized? What do you mean? Oh, right, because I renamed it and it was a static thing, so it got unbound. There we go. It would have reset it back to an empty value, I think. I think that's what happened. Okay, and how often do you think it should actually query for your location while you run? I could realistically do it every second, but that seems a bit rough on battery. Especially if you're walking, that's kind of dumb. So maybe we could detect your speed and then variably change how fast we do. So at a minimum we do 1 second and then at a maximum we do 5. So if you're going really fast, you get a little bit more clarity. Maybe, question mark? Although then this tuple will then need an integer to mark the second. Let's actually put that in front. Yeah, I'm thinking I would think 1 second would be pretty good. And we should also do a start time, which I guess we can set that in here. So at start, we do that. To UTC, and then we do the same thing down here for end time. I think that'll work. Maybe I can make a type definition. Um, we'll call this path time, I guess. Now we don't need this. Path time. Eh. For right now, we'll just do if it's every 5 seconds, we can um, feature void record path. What did I call it? Path time? Sort of like someone asking you what's your favorite pastime, but they have a lisp or braces. I'm always mean. It's all I know how to be. Um, it might be worth shoving in the actual seconds into here because there'll be a slight delay potentially. Is there a way to measure the elapsed time? I guess I can start a stopwatch. And then if stopwatch elapsed milliseconds, and then we'll add them. I think that will account for like the bullshit of querying your phone. It should never take like a full fucking second, but just in case. Oh my god, this fucking song. The rest of the song I think is pretty good, and then it just kind of shreds your ears. Okay, and now I suppose we'll need to create a set of polylines. Which we can grab from the outdoor cardio path. You pay for Epidemic Music sub for YouTube Music? What? I don't know what you're telling me. I don't know what you're saying. For all I know, it's nonsense. Telling me nonsense. Epidemic sound. Um. Oh. So I can just pick random. Are they like just royalty free stuff? It'd be cool if they had a volume slider. Hope that's not too loud. uh, how many songs do they typically have in a playlist here? $10 a month? That's pretty good, actually. Oh, well, it's a lot more if it's all right. Well, yeah, but like, let's say I only wanted to play jazz. Is there like, tell me quite. I guess they say there's 50,000 tracks, so assuming that there's 30 groups, it should be quite the playlist. What R&B do they got? Can you tell it like you only want instrumental? Hey. No, 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 no. Okay. I don't want to time you out, Olex. That's your warning. Uh, I mean, good, but I'm still saying no on that one. It's a little iffy. 20 pages of jazz. 20 pages of jazz. Pretty cool. I don't know. 20 pages is pretty good. This is probably more than I'll need. I only have like I have 83 songs in this music playlist I got going. Okay. uh, double latitude, longitude, latitude, longitude. No, don't do that. Yeah, I know. Um, I can't. I can't. I try, but I can't. Anyway, this isn't how a line works. Uh, you can't just have one point per line. So I have to combine them now into fucking sets of two. And then I can do it. Okay. How do I do that? Can I fold it? No, that's not. Okay, well, apparently if you guys are gonna complain about it, I'll fucking buy the YouTube thing. The sound thing, okay? Okay. Let me ask ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT, iterate over this list so I get bundles of two path times. That way I can actually make the line. Oh, it wants me to just actually do it? I was hoping there would be a nice function for that. Okay. If you were just gonna tell me to just do it manually, I'd have just done it. I was hoping there'd be some fancy things. One time we got 6 viewers, Hildex. I know you're jealous. You'll always be jealous. Always. It's not the best, you're absolutely correct. Although my Twitch stuff hasn't been like the best either. I'm sorry, my YouTube streams. They haven't done shit. I actually get less views on YouTube than I've gotten on Twitch these days. So I don't know how you managed to pull that off. It is not an unnecessary escape because if I do this, then it... I guess I can do that. And you know, shut up. Polylines. Polylines. God damn. Pretty good. What's this yelling at me about? Oh, yeah. And if we're still mounted, then we'll call set state. Well, I guess we're calling set state every second anyway. Though it might make more sense to rip the map into its own widget. That way it doesn't rebuild it. I can actually just return this now that we are in its own function, which is much nicer. There we go. Let's grab this. This is useless. And outdoor cardio, outdoor cardio. Can't forget to dispose of our map. Okay, outdoor cardio. Okay. And another point is I don't actually want to give my real location. So while we're in debug mode, we're going to very nicely return make New York City. Yeah. New York. And we're going to want a key, map key, map state, too many underscores. The map key. And map key. And we'll also get rid of the location button, since that's also very ugly. I guess this should really be a material because the clipping is not good. I'm never quite sure why. This doesn't sound like jazz. You're correct. This is, oh, what do they call it? I forget what they called it. The Sims soundtrack genre, not video games. Apparently, it's Muzak music, so music. New age piano jazz. There we go. There, now we have much better roundings. Yes, elevator music. I guess I gotta actually make that fucking, what do you call it? God damn, what am I trying to say? The API key. Actually, no, we don't have to. We can do the distance calculation, first. Um, calculate distance. Between lat lang this one, and then path time, previous, entry, I guess. Path, last or null. And if previous entry does not equal null, we'll do this. There we go. Chord 1 and then chord 2. Calculate the distance. Is it about to just autocomplete the entire thing for me? I still want it to, but like I was gonna ask ChatGPT to do it. Sweet. None of this shit needs to be final, though it'll always want that. This is quite the... This is quite a formula. Okay. Now we have distance. We're gonna just need a whole class for this at this point. So we'll do a timestamp, do this, we'll do the distance we ran, and then the speed we're at. Because I kind of want to just store all of this in one big list. So we'll do total distance. We could just calculate this stuff. I don't... mm, eh, I mean, if you're doing... Okay, so 3,600 times another 60. Yeah, that's quite a bit of data points to just add up on a whim. So we won't do that. And this can be const. Wow. Okay. And now we gotta get rid of all of this stuff. It might actually be worth pulling this out over here. Since we have to do all this calculation stuff. No, I don't think just because your device hangs, it should push the seconds all the way forward. And then we can get the total distance. And then we could get our speed. Not our total distance. We want this distance minus previous entry's distance over this second minus previous entry's second, I think. So then this is segment distance. And then this is... Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. Elapsed seconds. There we go. Now we have a speed value. And we can do cool things like that, where one, if our speed is less than like a super tiny bit, we can not add anything to the path segment. Or at least call pause. So if speed is less than 0.01 meters per second, we'll pause. Um, we'll do a speed pause. Else speed pause is false. And then if speed pause, we will skip. We can actually just return up here. It's probably better. And we'll do speed pause. That way it doesn't count. All right, Envy, there you go. So now just make sure you don't move. Oh, what was that? I think a seagull just. I think two seagulls just had a fight outside my window because I just heard a big honk. It almost sounded like Piper. But she ain't here. Seagulls, man. They're having a crazy time out there. Um, and we can use our speed. Sorry, speed is a double, right? Yeah, speed is a double. Um, we can lerp the color. Color lerp. And we'll do colors dot red for your really slow. And colors dot green for your really fast. Or should we? And I guess we'll also need to know our max speed. So yes, this should work where we just reduce it. And then from there, we can now clip the speed by max speed, giving us a normalized. If color equals null, then color is, we'll just say red, which we can use that shorthand, sorry. And we'll change that. We'll keep that with because we don't have a map to look at, so I have no fucking idea if that looks any good. Bad state, no element. Then max speed equals 0. Oh, but we can't divide by 0. That's a bad thing. Don't divide by 0. This should never technically be called, but still, don't divide by 0. We could do app color scheme. Nah, we'll just stick with red. Okay. Okay, I guess that's it for today. I'm pretty hungry, and the only thing left to do to really test this is to get the API keys, and I'm not fucking messing with that on stream. So, yeah. Does Flutter let you... Let me ask one thing first. I have to add my Google Maps API key to my Flutter project. Can I call that from a N file? Have it go into the app delegate and Android files. Wow. Okay, that might be what we end up doing. That way I can still mess around with permissions on screen and not, like, leak my keys, as long as I just don't click into a .env file. So, alright. I'll have that all coded up for next time, hopefully. For right now, that's that. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Olex, for coming by. You know what? Let's see if... Let's raid someone, yeah? Like we used to do back in the day. It's been a while since we did that. Since, you know, we got so lucky with Olex the first time. What is everyone else working on? This guy's doing cryptography, malware design. That's pretty cool. We'll probably go there. Bot crypto trading. That's neat.
And try to reverse. But it initially,
Yeah,
I'm gonna mess around with the SCADA.
this guy is building way too cool of a thing to not have more than one viewer, so we're gonna raid him. Its name looks like it's Jasper. Okay, everyone. Thank you and see you later. Bye-bye.